Welcome back to Soft Spoken English, the place where we learn English through heart-touching and real-life stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Soft Spoken English.
Hello, my dear friend. Today, I want to take you on a journey. A journey that starts with fear, embarrassment, and frustration, and ends with confidence, courage, and hope. It's the story of how a girl who couldn't speak even a single sentence in English without shaking, transformed her life. This is not just a story. This is a mirror. Maybe you will see a part of yourself in me. And if you feel stuck, shy, or lost when you try to speak English, then please stay with me till the end. Because I promise you, this podcast can change something in you, just like it changed something in me. The beginning, my relationship with English. I still remember the first time someone asked me to speak English in front of people. I was in school, maybe 6th or 7th grade, and the teacher suddenly said, "Rishika, come and speak something in English on the stage." I froze. My hands were cold. My heart was beating fast. I knew English words. I had memorized sentences. But when it was time to speak, I forgot everything. I went to the stage. I stood silently for a few seconds. Then I looked at everyone, and I cried. Yes, I cried. In front of the whole class. And that day, I made a decision in my mind. I will never speak English again. Maybe you felt that too. That fear. That pressure. Maybe someone laughed at your pronunciation. Or maybe they said, "Your grammar is wrong." And it broke your confidence. That's what happened to me. For many years. The silence years. I stopped trying. Whenever English came in class, I just stayed quiet. Even when I knew the answer. I didn't speak. Even when I wanted to say something. I used Hindi. Slowly, I became scared of English. But the funny part is, I actually liked the language. I loved the way it sounded. I loved English songs. I loved movies. But I felt like English didn't love me back. I had this belief in my head. English is only for smart people. English is only for rich kids or for people who studied in big schools. Not for me. That belief stayed with me for a long time. My turning point. But you know what changed everything? One small moment. I was in college. There was a seminar. Some guests were coming. And I was sitting in the audience, watching them talk. They were speaking in English. Not perfect English, but confident, real, and expressive. One of the girls on the stage shared her journey, how she was a village girl who never spoke English before. And today she was standing there, talking confidently. Not because her grammar was perfect, but because her fear was gone. And in that moment, something clicked inside me. I told myself, if she can do it, why can't I? I still remember I wrote in my diary that night. From today, I will not run away from English. Even if I speak wrong, I will speak. That was the first time in my life. I gave myself permission to try. The real practice begins. The next day, I started small. Very small. I looked in the mirror and said, "Hi, my name is Rishika." That's it. But even saying that felt like a big achievement. Then I said, "How are you today?" And I answered, "I am fine, thank you." Every day, I added just one new sentence. I didn't care about grammar. I didn't care about mistakes. I just cared about one thing, progress. And you know what? I started enjoying it. Because for the first time, English was not a subject. It was a friend. The daily practice that slowly changed me. So every day I made it a rule. Before I picked up my phone, before checking Instagram or WhatsApp, I had to speak 3 to 5 sentences in English. Just to myself. Just to start the day. I used simple words. Like, today I am going to college. I am feeling sleepy. I want to learn English slowly. My English is not perfect, but I am improving. I didn't sound fluent. But every time I said those words, I felt proud. Not because they were advanced sentences, but because I was no longer silent. I wrote small sentences in a notebook every night. I called it my English journal. It looked like this. I am tired today. I had tea in the morning. I studied for 2 hours. I watched a video in English. I feel happy when I speak English. That small book changed everything. Because now I was thinking in English, just a little. Every day. The real struggles behind the scenes. But let me be honest. It wasn't all easy. Some days, I cried. Because I couldn't say a simple sentence properly. Some days, I watched YouTube videos and felt discouraged. Because the people in those videos spoke so fast. And I felt like, I'll never be like them. What's the point of trying? Some days, I spoke English with a friend and they laughed. Not because they were bad people, but because they didn't understand how hard I was trying. Those moments hurt me deeply. But I always reminded myself of one thing. Nobody starts perfect. Everyone who speaks English fluently today once made mistakes too. And that thought helped me continue. My first real conversation in English. Then came a big moment. One of my classmates was preparing for an interview. She said, "Rashika, will you practice English with me for 10 minutes? My heart said, no, don't do it. But my mouth said, okay. We sat down. She asked, can you introduce yourself? I took a deep breath. My hands were shaking. But I said, hello, my name is Rashika. I am a student. I want to improve my English speaking. I love reading and writing. Thank you. It was slow. It wasn't perfect. But I did it. And guess what? She smiled. She didn't laugh. She didn't judge me. She said, you spoke very clearly. I understood everything. In that moment, I felt something powerful. Confidence. Not because I spoke advanced English, but because I spoke it all. How I changed my environment. Slowly, I started changing my surroundings. I changed my phone language to English. I followed English-speaking creators on YouTube. I added subtitles when watching shows. I started saying small things in English out loud. I am brushing my teeth. Let's go outside. It's a beautiful morning. I want to eat something. No one else around me spoke in English. But I kept doing it. Because I wasn't practicing for them. I was doing it for me. The self-talk that transformed me. You know what helped me more than grammar books? Talking to myself. It sounds funny. But it's true. Every time I was alone, I practiced English thoughts in my head. Like, okay, now I'm going to make tea. Oh, it's raining today. I need to clean my room. Let me listen to an English podcast. This habit made a big difference. Because slowly, English stopped being a foreign language and started becoming my language. I wasn't just learning English. I was living it. The day I felt like a new person. Then came another big moment in my journey. I was attending a webinar online. The speaker said, "Would anyone like to ask a question?" There were almost 100 people on the Zoom call. My heart was racing again. But I remembered my promise. Even if I speak wrong, I will speak. So I unmuted my mic and asked, "Sir, how to keep motivation when learning English becomes hard?" He smiled and answered. And people in the chat box said, "Nice question. Well asked. Your English is good." I wanted to cry again. But this time, not because I was scared, because I was happy. I had finally done it. I had spoken English publicly, without fear. So, this was my story. I couldn't speak English, but I didn't quit. And now, here I am, talking to you in English. Is it perfect? No. Is it real? Yes. And that's what matters. Start small. Speak daily. Celebrate your small wins. You don't need 10 hours a day. You just need 10 minutes of courage every day. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you found it helpful, like, share, and subscribe to Soft Spoken English. We're a small channel now, but with your support, we'll grow together. Rashika here, signing off. Keep speaking. Keep believing. And remember, you can speak English too. Bye for now.